Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, we're going to be playing with the new Milk Grip Skin Tint. I'm so excited because I've been seeing this floating around and I wanted to give it a try. So if you would like to see how this skin tint is, what it looks like, how it performs, if it's worth it, then just keep on watching. Alright, so we are bare face. I just washed my face. I did my brows. So we are going to moisturize this skin because I know you can see your girl is dry. Real dry. So we're going to go ahead and moisturize and then we will meet back. I'm going to use the Laniege Moisture Cream to prep me skin because I need this moisture. Because your girl is dry. Looks and feels a lot better. Alright, so I'm going to kick it old school. I grabbed one of my MAC palettes and we're going to go in with Espresso to deepen up my brows just a little bit. I started with the Benefit Precisely My Brow at number 5 and I'm just going to go in with the powder just to deepen just ever so slightly but still keep it soft. The powders are always easy to keep soft. If you have a problem with your powders lasting in your brows, I would recommend going in with a eyeshadow primer all the way through your brow hairs and then lay your powders on top and it should grip it so it doesn't move. So you can see this one is still soft, but it is a little deeper. I actually really missed filling in brows with the powder. Like this is real old school artistry where we used to go in to the brows with powder to create a softer look. We'll come back to the brows if we need to after we do the face. All right, so now that we are all moisturized, we're gonna go in with the primer. And I think for the primer, all right, so for the primer, we're just gonna go ahead and keep it in the Milk family. I'm gonna use the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I used to have clients come in and they were normal to oily and they used to like wonder why they were still shiny and glowy throughout the day. And I remember asking them like, what primer are you using? Like, walk me through your routine, tell me your steps, right? And they would tell me like, oh, I'm washing my face, I moisturize with X, Y, and Z. And then for my primer, I go in with the Milk Hydro Grip. And then I go to my foundation, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, ding, ding, ding. I'm like, the Hydro Grip is a glowy primer. So if you are somebody that is oily, look at the tag. Let's see if I can get it to show. There we go. If you are somebody like this, if you are somebody that is oily and do not like a shine, I do not recommend the Milk Hydro Grip because this is a glowy hydrating primer. They do have a mattifying one that works just as well. But yeah, people used to be like, I'm still so shiny, and I see it on YouTube and people just using it and I'm like, girl, please pay attention to, I guess, not who you're watching, but who you're watching and the products that they're using, because depending on their skin type, it might not work for you, and depending on why they're using a product, it might not work for you. So for me, I am normal to dry. So I can kind of fluctuate between the matte primers and the glowy primers, but typically I like a more hydrating primer. So especially if I'm using like a mattifying foundation, I'm gonna really make sure that I'm using a hydrating primer. And then if the foundation is more glowy, then I don't mind using a more mattifying primer because it kind of balances each other out. So yeah, I just kind of want to throw that out there because that I used to run across that a lot. All right, so let's move into this skin tint. This is the Milk Hydro Grip Gel Tint. This is a long wear gel skin tint with hydrating with hydrating hyaluronic acid and gripping blue agave extract for breathable light coverage with a natural dewy finish. So This is a glowy skin tint, so if you don't like the glow, this ain't gonna be for you. You can, well, I'm not gonna say you can manipulate this. We're gonna see if we can manipulate this. But typically, if you are oily and you still don't mind using glowy products, I would just prep your skin to control oils. So a gel-based moisturizer, water-based moisturizer with a mattifying primer, and then you would go in with the hydrating foundation or skin tint, and then set with your powders. And I feel like that might be okay as far as you balancing out your oils and being able to wear this. Typically, I know my oily people like to wear more glowy, hydrating stuff during the winter. So, all right, so we're gonna go in with this one. This one is number 12 that I got. And let's see, these are always sold out, which I guess is a good thing. All right, let's see. Do a few stripes. Ooh. Okay, so let's start with one side first. I'm a little nervous about the shade. Let's start with one side first, and then go in and do the other side. Ooh. Oh, we're gonna see. Hopefully this warms up, cause baby girl. And the 13 was so warm, so hopefully 12 balances. And typically with skin tints, a few color ranges can fit within one particular number for skin tints because they don't have so much pigment in them. So you can kind of fit a few different shades within that range. It looks a little lighter on camera. I mean, it kind of still looks a little light in person, but I feel like with powder and X, Y, and Z, I should be okay. But if I wanted to just kind of throw something on and go to make it look just like skin, I don't know if this color would be my color. So this is what it looks like. It's definitely dewy, especially. This is definitely glowy. This is definitely dewy, especially since our moisturizer was on the hydrating side and then our primer was glowy. So this is just going to help emphasize and keep the glow. The color, I'm not mad at the color. I feel like it matches a little better in person than on the camera. I feel like it's a little bit deeper in person than on the camera, but then again, like I always say, I might watch playback and be like, oh my god, it's so good. The color looks great on camera, so we'll see. You guys know I'll notate it on the screen. But yeah, this is what we're looking like so far. I feel like it matches my face, but I did get a tan recently, so you know how that goes. So yeah, let's go ahead and balance out. So this is what we're looking like, completely full face with the Milk Skin Tint. And number 12, I'm not mad at it. It is very, very glowy. It puts me in the mind frame of the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Tint, the liquid one, because of how glowy it is. It doesn't feel as heavy as hers though, I will say. However, it definitely puts me in the mind frame of the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Tint because of the glow. Her glow is just like this. It gives off more, I feel like my bun is not centered. It gives off more, it looks more greasy, glowy than glow from within, if that makes sense. But let's see how it does with like setting and concealer and all of that stuff on top of it, because that could pull it back. I do feel like it is still a lot of it light, just in comparison. Like, see how it doesn't look, I feel like in real life it looks a little bit more like this than how I was up close. But I still feel like I need like a half a second deeper in color. So yeah, let's go ahead and do concealer. All right, so for concealer, we're gonna go ahead and go in with Kosas. And we're gonna use Kosas number 8.7 neutral and kind of even out. I love this tone of the Kosas because it's closer to my skin tone, and I can kind of conceal and even out and brighten naturally versus going in with a super bright one initially. So this is a really good concealer for my no makeup days or light beat day, not full glam. So okay, so it definitely concealed underneath my eyes. Now we need to brighten. So I think to brighten, I'm gonna go in with the Benefit Boing concealer in number 9. This is a little brighter, a lot of it brighter, and more mattifying. So we're going to kind of bring down some of this shine with the concealer. I'm gonna bring it down in shade just a little bit. Go kind of over with the Kosas. Kind of just mixing the two. Let's go ahead and bronze. All right, so we're gonna go in with the Too Faced bronzer in chocolate mocha, and just kind of lightly bronze the skin. Just stamp over. Now we can deepen just a little with the Rare Beauty one. Just do 2 dots here. 2. Bronzer on, concealer on, contour on. Let's move into blush. So the blush that we're going to be using, we're going to use 2. We're going to use the Huda Beauty blush filter in the Tint Guava. This is the newest color that I got. Sky already got to it, that's why it's open. And then we're going to top it off with the Believe blush from Rare Beauty. So let's go ahead and double up on these. I really love these Huda Beauty. Oh, look at that color. Ooh, beautiful. I hands down love these Huda Beauty little blushes. These are one of my favorites. And then we're gonna go, I kind of don't even want to do this one, but we're gonna do it anyways. We're gonna go in with one of the mauves from Rare. I really love that hot pink by itself. Maybe we'll just, I really love that. All right, let's go ahead, stamp out the blush. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. And then this as well. It's like yeah, I really do like that. That's cute. So you want to make sure when you are working with creams, liquids, and powders, you do all of your creams and liquids first, and then go ahead and set with your powders. That way everything blends together. So kind of just like, you know, like with like. So I'm gonna set with the Huda Beauty Ube Birthday Cake Easy Bake, because one, I haven't used it in a while, and I feel like the pinky purple-esque vibe will be perfect for this type of powder. So we're gonna go ahead and grab our sponge, press it into it. Ooh. This definitely mattified that area. Do you see the difference? It completely like mattified it all. let's go ahead and dust over the rest of the face. All right, so I'm gonna set the rest of the face with my MAC Mineralize Skinfinish. You guys know this is one of my ride or dies. Because this skin tint is glowy, I'm gonna kind of keep the glow there without mattifying it out with this powder. This powder definitely gives more of like a natural matte. So this just kind of sets the face without taking away the reflection of the skin. All right, so for bronzer, I'm just gonna go in with my Moprhe Glam Bronze in Phenom. And I don't know if this particular, well, I know this packaging isn't available. However, I'm not sure if this color is not available. So I'm gonna check to see, and I'll leave it in the description box if it is, if it's not. But just any bronzer will do. I'm just kind of going in with like one that's a little bit closer to my complexion. This was like one of my first favorite bronzers. All right, and then I'm just gonna kind of give a little bit more bronze because I want to be a little bit more bronze. To give my bronzer a little bit more oomph, I'm gonna go in with the Haus Labs bronzer in JaToba Sun, and this is definitely gonna give me the bronzed effect. I will be bringing this with me to Mexico, okay? Because this bronzer is so good, and it has a little bit of a little bit of a illuminating glow. So this would be perfect. You see the difference from here to here? Yeah, to get itself together. All right, so we're gonna go in with blush now. So I do have a new blush. This is from Urban Decay. This is the Urban Decay Face Bond blush. I got it in Back Talk to kind of match the cheek vibe. I brought it specifically to go with the Rare Beauty liquid blush and Believe. I just felt like it'd be perfect for each other. This is, I forgot what the claims are. I feel like these have like a wear claim to them. Matter of fact, let's look it up and see. Matte. Oh, that does give a lot of pigment. So please make sure you are tapping this off because it has a lot of pigment. A lot of pigment. And I'm not mad at it. That means a little bit goes a very long way. So you should have this for a while. All right, so we're gonna go in with this Laguna bronzer in number 8. To deepen up this area right here and kind of connect it so it doesn't look like it's just all blush. We need it to show a little structure. So the start is deepening up this back area. Handy dandy, I haven't used this one in a very long time. This is the Beauty Bakery Bite Size Snackaroons bronzer. And this is in the color Perfect Blend. There we go. To create a little definition. All right, so for the eyes, I think I want to just dust in a little of this blush into the crease, just on the outer side, just here, just to kind of give like the eye a flush of color. And then I think I'm gonna top it off with the bronzer from Haus. I really just I don't want a lot of color. I just kind of want like a wash of color. Then I think I want to do a very thin, like a really thin wing liner. Nothing dramatic at all. Super, super thin. So I'm going to do this with the gel liner from Milk Cosmetics. This is the Milk Cosmetics Liner Gel Liner, and we're gonna just use this angle brush from Moprhe. This is like the angle liner brush, and these are really good for those super thin liners. Close. All right, so I did a really light lash since the wing is super dainty, super thin, super feminine. Well, I'm not gonna say feminine, but since it's a super light wing liner, I wanted to keep the lashes as such so you can really see the liner, because with the fuller lash it made no sense to do a baby wing. So we have that. Next we are going to do les lip, and I kind of want to do a bold lip. I was gonna do this one, so maybe I'll do two. So we'll do a two lip type of a vibe. I'm gonna start off with a brown lip liner, that way you have options. I'm gonna start off with, all right, we're gonna start off with the Sephora lip liner in Berry Bang. And then we're gonna go in with Molasses from Sephora collection. Yeah. Always do your bottom lashes. You see the difference it makes. So we're gonna bring back the glow, because you can still kind of see the glow from the skin tint. So we're just gonna reinforce that glow. And we're gonna use the, what is this? The One Size powder melt to melt all of these powders together. That definitely brought the glow back to the skin, which I love. So this is option number one for the lip. I kind of want to do a fun lip. I haven't done a fun lip in a while, but let's kind of touch up the blush a little bit more. Let's play up this blush just a little bit, since, here we go. This is a very pretty blush. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and play up the lip. The residue can kind of still stay. So I have a few options. First one being the makeup from the lipstick from Sephora in number 10. This is a very pretty, gorgeous, like fuchsia pink. Such a, like, I hands down love these new mattes from Sephora. So that's option number one. Then we have, this is the older version of the liquid lipsticks. This one is Indian Pink, where I think this one is called Hot Pink. So I feel like there's no need for me to use, I mean, I'll show it to you, because if you guys, somebody still owns it, then, you know, you can still use it. So this is Indian Pink. Indian Pink is one of my favorite liquid lip colors from the Sephora collection, the older one, because it's just a really good pink, especially for us. And then this is Hot Pink from the Sephora collection. This is their new version of liquid lip. Oh, I feel like they're still the same. They just renamed them. I feel like the older one is a little bit more pigmented. So I feel like I want to go in, that's crazy. For it to say hot pink, the pigment, oh, they're about the same. No, they're not. This one is a little deeper in person. This is a little bit more vibrant. So I feel like I'm just gonna mix. So I'm gonna line my lips, and I want it to be a little deeper with the Molasses, and align a darker brown, just a little. Oh, one Indian Pink. So if you have Indian Pink, you're a lucky woman. And then let's compare it with the new one. I'll put the new one on my top lip. Yeah, I feel like this new version is thinner. and it doesn't, you can't tell a difference. So if you have Indian pink, you're good to go. And if you're looking for one like this one, just do the Sephora collection hot pink. I'm just gonna mix them. And then I'm gonna just go over the liner. You always want to make sure you go over your liner with whatever color you're using, especially if you're trying to get more of like the ombre, like blended look. Start off in the center with the color and then slowly bring it to the edges and start to cover the edges. So now you see I have that nice gradient because I had a really good background to it. I'm going to do a little bit of Happy down the center of my nose. All right guys, this is the completed look. I love how it came out. I feel like this is so girly and perfect for summer. I hope that you guys enjoy the two different lip options. One that's a little bit more subtle and then one that gives a little bit more oomph. So we even could call this a day to night type of look because that lip could be used for daytime and then the pop of color for night. So yeah, let's go ahead and go over the new product that we used. All right, so the Milk Hydro Gel Skin Hydro Gel Tint. Hydro Grip Gel Skin Tint. Yes, that thing. The one I got was number 12. I do like how it feels on my skin. It is definitely on the glowier side. And then especially because we use the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. So that gave it an extra boost in glow. If you are oily and you do not like glow, this will not be for you. If you do not like glow, this is not for you. You can manipulate it a little bit. However, it is still a very glowy, dewy skin moment skin tint. I feel like you can manipulate it a little bit, but I feel like the glow will eventually come through. So if glow is not for you, then this is not one that I would tell you to grab. It reminds me a lot of the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Tint as far as the shine and glow to the skin, and almost kind of borderline gives a little bit more of the oily, greasy look versus the soft, subtle, natural glow, which I'm okay with because I know how to mattify certain areas and just kind of bring the glow back through. This is going to be good for somebody that is dry and really wants to feed their skin a nice hydrated look and then just kind of go in with powders and touch up and mattify where you want to mattify. I love this so far, and I think I will be taking this with me on vacation. I don't know how it's going to work though, as far as if I were to get a tan, I probably would need to go up to number 13. But yeah, in the meantime, in between time, I'm going to just kind of rock with this. And then I felt like 13 was a little bit red. I don't know. I'll go back and play with it and see how I feel. Next up was the blush. The blush I really liked. I feel like this moment with this lip is kind of everything. I love Huda's little faux filter blushes. So good, hands down, one of my favorite formulas of liquid blushes. And then of course the Rare Beauty one. You don't know where it is. And you know how this thing's just kind of run away from you? I feel like that's what just happened. I don't know. Anyways, I don't even know where I placed it to show you, but the Rare Beauty blush in Encourage. Believe. I really loved it. It was a really good mix. It's a nice mauve by itself. I found it. It's a very pretty color by itself, but I did want to mix it in with the hot pink to kind of give it like a more subtle baby doll pink, and I love how it came out and turned out on the cheeks. So happy to have this in my collection. I really love her liquid blushes. Then for the Urban Decay Face Bond blush, I love this. This was so good. I love the color. I love the tone. Now I need to go back and get the orange one. Unless Urban Decay, you guys want to send me a little care package, then you know what I'm saying, you could, thank you. But yeah, I love these. These are so pretty. I love how much pigment you get, and you don't think you get a lot. I love the claim on it. I don't know about the claim. I don't know about if it's going to last as long, but I think I'm gonna get the orange one so I can take it with me on vacation, because I feel like oranges and reds and like tropical places are really good. And I even might do this pink one with me as well. So I'm excited for this. Really love this. And then of course the Juvia's Place lip gloss. Absolutely love this. I think this is a really pretty gloss. I was looking for like a blue based pink, and this was super pretty. And then as far as the lip goes, perfect for summer. These are nothing new to me. Just remember the tip that I told you. Make sure you don't lay down too many layers of this liquid lip, because it will crumble and start to get patchy in certain places. So yeah, I feel like that is everything that we used today on the newer side. I hope you guys enjoyed. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also hit that post notification bell so you stay up to date every time I upload, and don't miss an upload, and you don't miss an upload. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say. I think so. All right, until next time, I will see you in the comments. Bye.